in. The Bears revealed Tuesday they know who they're taking with the first overall pick in the draft. They just won't be telling anyone who that is until round one starts Thursday night. Bears general manager Ryan Poles did have high praise for the presumptive choice, USC quarterback Caleb Williams.
Came across as a really good teammate. Easy to talk to, plays all ball, wants to work, wants to get better, wants to win. Biggest thing is, like, does he fit in our culture and what we're trying to do? And all signs for that he does.
As for the second pick in the draft, NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo report the Commanders are likely staying put and turn down a trade inquiry from the Raiders. In other news, the man known as Big Red got a big new contract. Andy Reid signed an extension with the Chiefs through 2029 that will make him the highest paid head coach in the NFL. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is, when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Well, happy Wednesday. Yeah, I checked. It's a Wednesday, 24th day of April, 2024. I'm Carroll. In the newsroom, it's Jared. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll. It's Wednesday. Yes, it is.
It is. I checked. I double-checked and triple-checked. I even checked with George Gale, and he woke up and told me, yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, you got to be thorough.
Yeah. Oh, well. Let's look back in history. Superman was first published this month back in 1938. Didn't know he'd been around that long. And I'm not going to say Superman is old, but these days, his best crime-fighting tactic is to bore villains to death with photos of his grandkids. Which I suppose means he eventually did marry Lois Lane, right?
Must have.
Okay. Well, we will assume that. I don't know. I have never been a big comic book fan. Used to read comic books at the local, the magazine rack at the local drugstore till they chased me out. Either buy it or get out, kid.
Get your
I heard that quite a bit.
On it.
So, do you remember Jesse Ventura?
No.
Okay. Erstwhile wrestler and former governor of Minnesota. Jesse Ventura told CNN that he could beat Trump and Biden. Yeah. You know, you start to think about it. We owe Jesse Ventura a huge debt. I mean, Jesse Ventura took American politics and raised it to the level of professional wrestling. Okay. I sometimes think that's the way it is, even at the local level, right?
Oh, it can get messy out there.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. We've got birthdays to celebrate. Oh, and yesterday, I know you were there. I saw you because I was there. Quick Quack Car Wash in Imperial presented a check to the Prieto family, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was pretty good. Good check, good sized check. And the check itself was actually physically large. You know, I love those comically large checks. I mean, the family got to take it home so they could put it on the wall. You know, they reminded them you can't cash the big checks, sadly, at the bank.
You could try at the big bank, but I don't think it'll work.
Well, you have to use the big ATM. That's the trick. And you can usually deposit it in there.
Okay. Birthdays, if we're ready. Actor Shirley MacLaine has made it to 90. Barbara Streisand is 82. Don't look at me while I'm... anyway, drummer Doug Clifford of Creedence Clearwater Revival, 79. Actor Eric Bogosian, 71. Jack Blades of Night Ranger, 70. Actor Michael O'Keefe, 69. Actor Glenn Morshower, 65. Actor-comedian Cedric the Entertainer, 60. Actor Jimon Honsu is 60. Actor Aidan Gillen, 56. Actor Melinda Clark, 55. Actor Rory McCann, 55. Actor Derek Luke is 50. Actor Thad Luckenbill is 49. Actor Eric Balfour, 47. Actor Rebecca Matter is 47. Actor Reagan Gomez, 44. Actor Austin Nichols, 44. Actor Sasha Bareilles, 43. Kelly Clarkson, 42. Actor Joe Keery, 32. Actor Jack Quaid, 32. Actor Doc Shaw is 32. And actor Jordan Fisher is 30. Local birthdays coming up.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We have happy birthday wishes today for Marty Donnelly, Marcos Cesar, Rosa Coronel, Natasha Hill, Brittany Baldwin, Ofelia Camarena, Juan Heredia, Carrie Hignite, Jacob Parra, Ernest Fimbres, Rita Baldwin, and Alejandra Zertuche. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, coming up, we will take a look at world and California news. We've got a look at local news, sports. We'll go in depth with the weather. Yeah, it's a real mixed bag, and we'll try and explain a little bit of it. And did you hear Disneyland has more details about electrifying the Autopia car ride? Yeah, one of my favorites. It beats the heck out of It's a Small World that puts that song in your ear and you can't shake it. Officials confirm at Disneyland they will phase out gasoline engines and be fully electric by 2026. So now, like everything at Disneyland, there's going to be a huge line to get on the ride, and now you're going to have to find a charging station too, right? Find one that works.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We're going to jump in with news and start off with a look at world and California news headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
Protesters outside the Supreme Court, which is hearing arguments in an Idaho case over emergency abortions. Attorney Josh Turner represents the state.
If ER doctors can perform whatever treatment they determine is appropriate, then doctors can ignore not only state abortion laws, but also state regulations on opioid use.
Transportation departments announced new rules to benefit airline passengers. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
Airlines are required now to disclose what fees they charge up front for things like a checked bag, a carry-on bag, a cancel or a change fee.
Boeing reports $355 million in first quarter losses as it slows production to make fixes to the 737 MAX. Penn transportation professor Megan Ryerson.
I think that this is a moment where Boeing can publicly and internally recommit to safety being the core central tenet of their business.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news. We're getting more information about Raimundo Duran, the alleged gang member. LA County Sheriff Robert Lunas says shot 43-year-old motorcycle deputy Samuel Espero in the back Monday.
He has a very extensive criminal history, a very violent criminal history.
Luna says CHP Border Division officers arrested Duran in San Diego and found a gun in his possession. The wounded deputy recovering at home, his life saved by his bulletproof vest. The intruder who broke into LA Mayor Karen Bass's home was targeting her, according to District Attorney George Gascon.
Right now, we're going under the assumption that he knew that it was a residence. We have reason to believe that, basing evidence that we have.
Gascon announcing felony charges against 29-year-old Ephraim Matthew Hunter that could land him more than 13 years in prison if convicted. Cal Poly Humboldt in Arcata temporarily closing its campus after that group of pro-Palestinian demonstrators barricaded themselves inside a building Monday. The closure, which the university says is for safety concerns, lasting at least through today. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
And right now, it's page one of the local news. Page one, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the Valley, at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
The IID is going to host resource plan meetings. Here's George Gale with that.
The meeting will be held to explore the framework of the IRP, outlining IID's strategic approach to meeting energy demands while considering factors such as cost, reliability, and environmental impact. The IRP recommends potential generation, renewable, and transmission distribution resources, as well as energy efficiency programs. Plan is required by the Energy Policy Act of 1992, as well as the California Energy Commission requirements. A meeting will be held this evening at 5 p.m. in Conant Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Monday was Earth Day. It was not Christmas on Monday, it was Earth Day, but students at one of the schools received presents. Imperial County Air Pollution Air Control celebrated Earth Day by giving away 200 air purifiers to students at Southwest High School in El Centro. It was part of the Air Community Education, or ACE, program. The program teaches students about air quality. The purifiers help families with asthma. ICAPCD's new mascot, Air Justice, that's its name, Air Justice, was on hand to help hand out the purifiers. The Air Pollution Control District says they plan to host this event every Earth Day. KXO News Time, just about 7:42.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
Over 100 pounds of meth was seized. Here's George Gale with those details.
It happened last week. El Centro Police Department K-9 officer conducted a traffic enforcement stop on a vehicle for a traffic violation. K-9 Jax conducted a sniff of the vehicle and gave a positive alert. A vehicle was searched and resulted in the discovery of 131 pounds of methamphetamine. A driver of the vehicle was arrested and booked into county jail. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Traffic stop results in arrest of two. The two were arrested Sunday evening. Deputies from the Winter Haven Sheriff's Station conducted the traffic stop on Kxo Road near Indian Rock Road. The vehicle was occupied by 4 individuals. Their ages ranged from 20 to 22. Upon further investigation, it was revealed the driver of the vehicle was on parole, and there were 2 loaded firearms in the vehicle, along with ammunition and a meth pipe, possession of drug paraphernalia. The driver was also operating the vehicle without a driver's license. A passenger was booked for altering a serial number on a firearm, 2 counts of possession of a loaded firearm, and 2 counts of concealing a firearm. KXO News Time, 7:44.
And that'll do it for page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Demand for lithium is skyrocketing, and Imperial Valley is home to one of the largest lithium deposits in the world. While this presents an opportunity for new local jobs and businesses, there are also risks. Local lithium projects can consume tens of millions of gallons of water each year, and without appropriate measures, can also expose families to dangerous chemicals and hazardous waste. Imperial Valley's lithium economy must not come at the cost of our water and health. Proposed lithium projects must keep local families informed and commit to maximum community protections. Join us in demanding responsible lithium development. For more information, visit us at ccbhealth.org.
And page 2 of the local news with a side of weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
Friday night lecture at Pioneers Museum. Here's George Gale.
It is this Friday at Pioneers Museum. Special guest this week will be Jacques-André Estelle. Estelle has literally been around the world a few times. Attendees will learn more about the center of the world from the museum founder himself. Estelle is a prominent figure for a long list of accomplishments, including his contributions to the field of urban planning and development. He founded the town of Felicity, California, which he envisioned as a center for art, culture, and the world. Estelle is known for his work in the public sector as well, having served as the mayor of Felicity, as well as a chairman of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Commission. He is a former Marine Corps aviator and a significant figure in the development of skydiving in the United States and much more. The Friday night lecture at Pioneers Museum is a free public event. Light refreshments will be provided. The event begins at 6:30 p.m. this Friday. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Another interesting fact about Jacques Estelle. Of course, he wrote a fabulous children's book, and he served in the French Foreign Legion.
That's hardcore. I hear the French Foreign Legion is not easy stuff. IID is hosting a strategic workshop, electrification and technology workshop. It is hosted by the Imperial Irrigation District. The IID is inviting representatives of public agencies, municipalities, counties, school districts, tribes, and the general public. The strategic workshop will focus on California's electrification mandates and the role of cutting-edge technologies and federal funding in addressing these changes or these challenges. As the public power provider for Imperial County and parts of southeastern Riverside County, IID is at the forefront of strategic planning for future electrification. The workshop will take place Thursday from 10 to 11 10:30 a.m. in the IID boardroom in La Quinta. Discussions will cover a range of topics, including California's climate and clean energy goals, strategies for enhancing energy efficiency, the customer project process, and the development of electric vehicle infrastructure. DEA National Take Back Day. Here's George Gale with that.
Start your spring cleaning off right and possibly avoid a tragedy. Clean out your medicine cabinets, gathering up all unneeded and unwanted medications, such as tablets, capsules, patches, and other solid forms of prescription drugs. On Take Back Day this Saturday, take all that you have gathered to the local collection site and drop them off for disposal. Collection site in Imperial County is at Starbucks on South 4th Avenue in El Centro. The site will be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tracy will be there from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, broadcasting the event on KXO Radio. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll take a look at the weather next. KXO News Time, 7:48.
Did you know that Burgers and Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. With tons of TVs, we've got you covered for any sport you want to watch. Burgers and Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says noticeable cooling will take place over the next few days as an area of weak low pressure traverses the desert southwest. This system will help generate breezy to locally windy conditions over the next few days. Another more potent low will then affect the region through the end of the week and into the start of the weekend, ushering in the return of slight rain chances and helping to keep cooler and breezy conditions in the forecast. 92 the high in the valley yesterday, 62 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 88. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing to 20 to 25 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 62. West winds 30 to 35 miles an hour, with gusts could reaching 50 miles an hour. Those winds decreasing to 25 to 30 miles an hour after midnight. Tomorrow, it will be sunny with a high near 82, windy. Look for winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. 70 degrees downtown, 35% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest at 10, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. It's the right time for a new Ford. And El Centro Motors can make it happen. You'll find incredible cash incentives on select new Fords, ridiculously low interest rates, and the selection of brand new Fords has never been better. What are you looking for? An Escape, an Expedition, Edge, Explorer, even the electrifying Mustang Mach-E. El Centro Motors has the biggest selection of F-150s, F-250s, even Super Duties. Check the price. El Centro Motors will not be beat. Right now, the best time to buy a new Ford at El Centro Motors. And remember what Mike says.
If you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money.
And it's Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. Yeah, we're in the playoffs. Yeah, they're going to go for another 8 months. The Timberwolves top the Suns 105-93. And Minnesota leads the series 2-0. Pacers whipped the Bucks 125-108 in Game 2 of the East first round. That series knotted at 1 each. And the Mavericks over the Clippers 96-93. West first round, that series also knotted at 1 game apiece. And keeping with basketball, Caitlin Clark is still picking up trophies. The Iowa basketball star won the James E. Sullivan Award for the second straight year Tuesday night as the top collegiate athlete.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
Well, let's tour the baseball stadiums. We can do it without a $15 beer and $20 hot dog, because I'm going to give you the scores. Guardians over the Red Sox 4-1. Pirates nipped the Brewers 2-1. Reds beat up on the Phillies 8-1. Dodgers dumped the Nationals 4-1. Tigers topped the Rays 4-2. Yankees slipped by the Athletics 4-3. Braves blanked the Marlins 5-0. Twins shaded the White Sox 6-5. Cubs clubbed the Astros 7-2. Royals edged the Blue Jays 3-2. Diamondbacks beat up on the Cardinals 14-1. Mariners shut out the Rangers 4-0. It was the Angels powering up over the Orioles 7-4. And the Giants over the Mets 5-1. And the Rockies, well, they picked up a big win 7-4 over the Padres. And in other news, Carlos Alcaraz is being cautious with his expectations at the Madrid Open. He said he'd be happy to play 3 or 4 matches in his return from injury. And that's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs. From business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro. Boeing reported a slightly smaller loss in the first quarter compared to the same time a year ago. They warned investors and employees it's going to have to cut back production further to deal with quality and safety issues on its production line. Boeing reported a core operating loss of $388 million. That's down from $440 million it lost on that basis a year earlier. That was significantly less than analysts forecast, but the improvement came from outside its key commercial airplanes unit, where losses from operations nearly doubled to $1.1 billion. The slightly better than expected financial results don't make up for a company struggling with questions from congressional regulators and traveling public about the quality and safety of their aircraft. And European Union officials have raided the offices of a Chinese company as part of a probe into subsidies, exposing rising tensions between the EU and one of its biggest trading partners. The European Commission said yesterday that it carried out unannounced inspections at the premises of a company making and selling security equipment in Europe, which it suspects may have benefited unduly from state subsidies. It did not name that country. The Chinese lobby group, whose members include Chinese state-owned and private firms, expressed its strong dissatisfaction with the raids. And taking a look at the big board, mixed. Right now, the Dow off 86 points at 36,417. The S&P 500 down 3 at 5,067, but the NASDAQ up 50 points at 15,745. Gold continues to drop, down $2.70 an ounce. Oil is off 20, make it 30 cents an ounce.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I have been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 88. Look for west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing to 20 to 25 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 62. West winds 30 to 35 miles an hour, gusting up to 50 miles an hour. Those winds decreasing after midnight to 25 to 30 miles an hour. Sunny on Thursday with a high near 82. West winds 20 to 25 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. 70 degrees, 35% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest 10, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News is next. It is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Biden right now signing the foreign aid legislation approved by Congress into law after a months-long delay. It includes billions for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. CBS's Weijia Jiang says it also has a measure pushing TikTok to divest itself from Chinese ownership within a year.
The administration has been very careful to try to clarify that this is not a ban on TikTok, the app. The campaign uses it for an example, but they do think that the way it is structured from a business standpoint right now is a national security threat.
The U.S. Supreme Court's hearing arguments on an abortion case about when doctors can perform them in medical emergencies in states that have banned the procedures.
The case comes from Idaho, which is among 14 states that now ban abortions at all stages of pregnancy with limited exceptions. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor says federal and Idaho law are in conflict.
Idaho law says the doctor has to determine not that there's merely a serious medical condition, but that the person will die. Yeah. That's a huge difference, counsel.
Some doctors note that Idaho's law means some women have to be flown out of state for care that requires abortions. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
The government is putting something new on the menu for school lunches. CBS's Willie James Inman at the White House.
The new rule would mean schools should prioritize more whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Gradual updates to menus will start rolling out in the fall of this year, with a limit on added sugar starting in fall of 2025 and reduced sodium content implemented in fall of 2027.
The Biden administration also setting new rules on airline fees and refunds. They spell out exactly when consumers are owed a refund for a delayed flight. CBS's Chris Van Cleve says that used to be up to the airlines.
You can get a refund for a canceled flight. But if you're delayed more than 3 hours for a domestic flight or more than 6 hours internationally, you can also get a refund if you choose not to fly.
Columbia University says it is making progress with pro-Palestinian protesters who set up a tent encampment The deadline to break it up has been extended. This protester says,
"Our first demand is complete divestment from anything related to Israeli settler colonialism, apartheid, and genocide."
Reggie Bush has been reinstated as 2005 Heisman Trophy winner. It comes more than a decade after Southern California returned the award following an NCAA investigation into benefits he received while in college. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 96 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's knows pros need the right tools for every job. That's why we sell the largest in-store selection of Klein tools anywhere. Find new items launching exclusively at Lowe's, like the self-leveling laser level for just $159.98. Plus, shop the Connect socket set for just $49.98. Get Klein tools in-store and online today, because Lowe's knows tools. Lowe's knows pros.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone. That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favors, but I'm your #1 customer. Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us. I'm sure you give just any customer your personal company contact info. Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our #1 customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Our Florida man tells us officials are warning residents they may find alligators looking for love in all the wrong places.
Recently, alligator trapper Mike Dragich was caught on video removing an 8-foot-long gator from a Jacksonville neighborhood with his bare hands. It's possible that gator was looking for love because this is courtship season for them. Many areas are warning residents to keep their eyes open, especially near water. The rule of thumb here, of course, is where there's water, there could be gators. Florida Fish and Wildlife officials say gator attacks are rare. There have been just over 450 documented since 1948. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
Mattel said today a new Barbie doll is inspired by Olympic figure skater Christy Yamaguchi. She says it's an honor and hopes it inspires Asian American kids. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around. Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it.
That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management,